What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Madden 20 Armchair GM. A little bit of a clean intro there. Nothing too special. No mess ups. If you didn't watch the last episode, I highly recommend it. Namely because top left corner would explain everything. We won our first Super Bowl as owner/GM of the Miami Dolphins. The man on your screen, Mr. Doug Peterson, first year as head coach, took us to the top, and we are highly appreciative of that. But we are not done. We will continue to move forward. As far as the longevity of this particular series, I do not know what the end goal is. I think we're just going to roll with the punches and just keep doing it as I enjoy it, and I'm enjoying it, so I'm going to keep doing it. May reevaluate it the closer we get to the release of the next Madden, but for now we will continue the series in its glory and fashion as we have. We are in second in value, top right corner, second in value among the 32 NFL teams. This is the re-sign period of the offseason. We are going into the 2024 season, so we have a lot to cover for this particular episode, a lot of decisions to make, but the first thing is to go ahead and just upgrade some people, and I will also upgrade Coach Peterson's stuff as well, make it a little bit easier on maybe re-signing some guys or signing free agents. Let's see here. I don't know which particular package I would like to. That one might be good. Linebacker would also be good. I could get the linebacker one, and then still have enough to get one of the player retention ones. So might be what I look at. Offensive line. Oh, it's retirement. Never mind. Retirement resign, DB resign, that might be nice. I know we have Kareem Hunt lingering in the balance right now, his status with the team going forward, which makes me want to grab that running back training boost, which I can do and still come down here. No, I cannot. Just kidding. The reason I'd want to grab the running back training thing is so Brackens can. Wow, it looks like if I get the running back training boost, that'd be all I can get. But the reason I'd want to get that is so Mr. Brackens could maybe level up a little bit quicker, because I do not think it is in my best interest to try to keep Kareem Hunt in any capacity. The only way I would be happy to keep him is if I was able to sign him to maybe a 1 or 2 year deal, but not at a franchise tag price. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Let's see if there's any of these that I would want. I could go for quantity over quality, but the running back training boost I think would be our best bet. So that's what I'm going to go with. I'm just going to go with instinct. I'm not going to try to linger with some of these decisions, because I do linger on some of these decisions a little bit too long maybe. Cool. Looks like one of our guys re-signed, which is pretty cool. Mike Gesicki's officially back from injury. He was not able to play in the Super Bowl, but he did get a ring, and I think he was a pivotal part in getting us there. So he deserves some recognition. As you can see on your screen, the players of the week from the Super Bowl offensively on our team, it was Mr. Armin Norman's 4 catches and 57 yards, 1 touchdown, and Ellis Hampton 6 tackles, 2 sacks. Mr. Hampton was MVP of the Super Bowl. Pretty big deal. Let us look at. I can't actually franchise Kareem Hunt, or if I can, I think I have to negotiate and then try. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to try to negotiate with him. I want a 1 year deal. What's a fair deal? 35.5 over 4. Which we're already at the base. We're already offering more than that. So, what would that be across 4? It's still over what is a fair deal. If I could pull him for 9.2 across 1, I don't know what the franchise tag price would be. Wish it would tell me. We'll come back to him. I'm on a franchise tag. 1 year, 20 million salary. 1 year, $20.2 million salary. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Let's negotiate with a couple of these other guys first, and then we'll come back to. Dang, there's several guys here that are going to be tough keeps. All right, before we even get into that, I know I'm already struggling to just react on instinct, but let's take a gander at our salaries. Per the usual, I can't speak with the flip. All right. Player release net savings. Xavier Howard's looking like a prime candidate for a release. He's got one season left on his contract. Is that correct? Let me look at his player card. Uh, 2024. We just did the 2023. What confuses me is it says that Kareem Hunt has 2024 cap hit at 10.5. 1 year remaining. I'm confused. He's got 0 years remaining, which I get that. Antonio Wright. Dang, we got a couple of, and by a couple I mean several guys that are coming up next year. Miles Jack, Xavier Howard, Kershaw, and Davis, all coming up next year. I'm really tempted to try to release Xavier Howard. Just releasing him. I don't know if this makes a difference or not, so we're just gonna do it. I'll free up 3 million, but incur a 1.3. Sure, whatever. Is what it is. If I know I'm gonna let him go, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut him loose. Olivier, rather. Just go ahead and have the cap. I know I'm taking a penalty on some of these guys. I don't care. Alright. I'd like to keep I can't talk for nothing right now. I like to keep Vincent Taylor. I'd save a lot of money if I let go of Xavier Howard. I've got 80 million in cap space with 14 million in rookie reserves. So I've got plenty of money to work with to try to keep some of these guys. So let's see what we can do here. I think I want to end up franchising Ellis. Raekwon is basically depth, so I don't think I'm going to try to work anything out with him. I need to try to keep either Vincent Taylor or Devon Gottschall, but I can't negotiate with Gottschall, so he's going to have to go to free agency. Vincent Taylor is getting old as well, so we'll just probably not worry about either of those. Let's try to negotiate with Lewis. He dropped an overall a little bit. Actually, I'm not going to negotiate with him because the age thing. Gerald McLean. I might. Let's see here. He's 73 overall. I respect it. We'll give him a little bit better of a bonus. We'll go 2 years. See if he'll take it. I like the mud chops. Appreciate the offer. He's going to test that free agency. Yeah, that's fair. Alright. Shitlock. We're pretty deep at wide receiver. I don't feel like we need it. I'm not against keeping Raekwon, but he's going to be depth. It's an unfortunate thing. Since we're not keeping Gerald McLean, do we want to try to keep Jordan Lewis? I think we do. Let's try 2.5 at 2. Or 2.5. He likes to play for a new team. Well then, this is not going very well, as they say. Alright, well, let's just go ahead and franchise tag Ellis Hampton, be done with it. He's been tagged. Let's offer Hunt something like this. $9 million for 1 year. We'll go 9.5. $10 million for a year. I feel like that's fair. Apparently he does not. We're in quite a pickle. This has been a very uneventful re-sign here. Well, on the backside of that, though, we have a lot of money to work with to try to get some of these, not necessarily these guys, but some guys back in free agency that may be available. Raekwon fits our scheme. He's 28. 81. I mean, he's depth, and that's a lot of money for depth. I might have to just let him go. Let's just go into free agency. We kept Ellis Hampton. I wanted to do that. We're gonna have to let Hunt go. I'm gonna let Brackens just take the load. I might sign better depth than Caitlin Balaj is offering me. Denton Thurman is returned. Is he still a unknown depth trait? That's what I'm curious about. Let me look and see. Because I think he got hurt and I never looked to see if he had found it or not. He's a star. Good for him. Alright, let's look at the free agency. We have $45 million available in cap room. What happened to 80? Okay, whatever. Todd Gurley's available. That's interesting. Kareem Hunt's there. He's getting bidded on by the Rams. Fletcher Cox, 33. I've got Wilkins there. He's a 78. Wilkins is, rather. DeForest Buckner. Wow, that would be interesting. That would be interesting. The thing about it, though, he doesn't fit our scheme, and I don't know what I would do with Wilkins. I'm not afraid to replace Wilkins as far as a starter and make Wilkins the backup, but we will evaluate that. Stephon Gilmore's a little older than I would prefer. Tyrone Sanders, left end. He fits our scheme. Let's keep going. Kevin Zeitler is still an 80 overall at 34. Desmond Trufant. Cam Newton. Now, I do need a backup quarterback. I don't think Cam's going to be the guy that I would go after, but I do need Nathan Bacon. Yes. Lane Tanley. Nick Mullins. Nobody likes you. Played at State. I don't like State, by the way. Mason Rudolph. I'm cool with Nathan Bacon. I'm also cool with Sean Harper, but I feel like he's a starter material, not backup material. 12 over 3 or 16 over 4. So 4 and 4. I wonder if he's expecting to start, because he's 72 overall. I need a backup. Sure, we'll go with that for 3 years. Because Howie Madden's our guy. 90 points. I can probably dump it a little bit more. We'll go with 3.7. That shouldn't drop it too much. Yeah, only 4 points. We'll see if we can get him as our backup. I want to look at running back depth. Ito Smith is available. He's better than Kalen Ballage. He fits our scheme. He is right behind Brackens, though, in overall, which is a concern. David Johnson. He's a little old. Miles Sanders. Now, I'd be cool with that. Him or Montgomery, either one. Both looking for, both of them have the same fair offer. Either one's being bidded on. He's 27, and he's 27. He played at Penn State. I'm not sure where he played. Iowa State. Not that that matters. I'll throw money at Miles Sanders just for the backup purposes. Wow, he's not asking for a whole lot, apparently. I'll go 3 years. 92 points, wowsies. I'll bump that, but drop this. 86, that dropped. Points, he may not sign with us now if somebody else was to offer him better money. Ooh, Bryce Love, 26 years old, 76. He's literally the same overall as those guys. Fits our scheme. And I really like Bryce Love, IRL. Let's see what we offer him. If we gave him something like this, how many points that gives us? 86. I think I'll keep it at 3. I'll bump the bonus. I'll make it 2 and then 870. I'm cool with that. I'd prefer him anyway, because he's younger. We withdraw Miles Sanders' offer. Fullback, I think we're pretty good there. We've got Bullocks, he's a 71 overall. There's Derek White, he's also 71 overall. I don't think we really need wide receivers. We're pretty deep there. Though Hardman is an option. Taylor's an option. I think we're looking at some guys in the draft, though, that could be there. All right, let's see here. I don't have a center. Marquise Pouncey, 76. He's 35. He's 33. He fits our scheme as well. I may have to go after J.C. Treader. Kevin Zeitler. Kaliko Cannon. Oh, he's a Madden generated player. I was thinking, like, who is this guy? I don't know him. Devon Gottschall. We can try to re-sign him. Timmy Jernigan. He's a little older than Gottschall. Let's throw money at Gottschall, see what we can do. I would like him for 2 years. 99. Holy crap. Let's back it up, Terry. Put it in reverse. Where does that put us? 94. Still right there, though we are just behind the Jaguars. Why would you go play for the Jaguars? We just won a Super Bowl. Frank Clark. He's a person. Raekwon, Anthony Barr. I need I need some depth, but I don't need like high overall depth like McMillan. I'd be cool with Anthony Bart, who is an X factor at 78 overall. That makes little sense to me. Dom Lucas, he's a Madden generated guy. I feel like we need somebody for depth at middle linebacker, such as Ryan Shazier or Josie Sewell. Josie Jewell, rather. He's Bobby Okereke, I guess that's how you say that. He's a 75. He fits our scheme. He's a little younger than Jewell. Any other options? And we're going a bit lower in overall than I prefer. The Jets apparently are giving him a pretty good offer. We'll go 3 years. Let's just keep the numbers the same. 95, so they are throwing some decent money at him. I won't alter my offer because he still might take ours. Jewell is getting lowballed. $5 million across 2. Ooh, we jumped way ahead, everybody. Let's go 1.5 and 800K sign-up bonus. 83. We're still ahead of everybody by a decent amount there. Jabari Reed, Oshak Hennessy, Tilvin Smith. Ooh, Jalen Reeves Maben. He played for the Vols. 79 overall, 25 years old. He matches Holton Hill. That's an idea. He fits our scheme. He would, He would likely jump over Hill. It would bump Hill down. I don't think Hill's going to get much better in overall. He might jump a point or two. Howard's on his last contract. But we are looking at some guys in the draft. But I'll keep it in mind. Strong safety. What do we got available? Not Jack Diddley Squad. Wrightson, he's at 79, so it's not like a big ordeal if I don't sign somebody there. We still got our guys at kicker and punter. We still got 30 million in cap to throw at some people. So we threw some money at Bryce Love down here. I'm not as concerned about trying to sign a wide receiver. I'm not against trying to sign a center. Let me look at my depth chart real quick. I probably should have done this prior to negotiating. Oh yeah, I forgot to move Whitlock to center, though I don't totally feel good about that. No, I didn't. Brandon Brooks was our center, and then Whitlock just took over. That's what happened. So I need a center. Brackens and Madden is going to be our 1-2 quarterback halfback combo. Juju at wide receiver 1, I feel pretty good about that. Norman at wide receiver 2, I feel pretty good about that. Though I would like to get a little bit better at wide receiver 2, so I'm hoping Norman can move up and overall. I got some decent prospects in Andrews and Connor. DJ Chark is pretty good too at the 3-hole. Defensively, need some depth at middle linebacker, so that's probably, I'm going to throw some money at a middle linebacker. Need another outside linebacker, a true outside linebacker for depth. So we need linebacker depth and defensive line depth. So we got some holes to fill. We also got draft picks. It's showing Holton Hill's at 80 overall right there. It might have a morale boost. All right, so I have a little bit better idea what I'm doing or what I need to do. Whoops. Skipped it. I was like, here we go. Is signing J.C. Treader, who's younger than Pouncey by 2 years, but Pouncey's 1 overall better. Zietler's better than both of them. He could probably slide to center. Let's look at linebackers first. I've already threw some money at Josie Jewell, but I may go back on that and try to sign one of these higher overall guys. Oh yeah, I forgot I threw money at both those guys. So it's possible I'll sign both of them, and if I do, that's fine. But I still need an outside linebacker. Ooh, Anthony Barr's 32. Wowsies, I didn't think about that. Leon Jacobs is 28. Less overall than Raekwon. Should have kept Raekwon. He fits our scheme. Let's throw some money at Leon Jacobs. Let's see what 92 points. I'm not going to drop it a whole lot. Probably just bump it a couple. Yeah. We can get a little more money back for the team, but not have to alter it so much that maybe we risk losing out on him. Oh, Shaq Hennessy. Jabari Reed. We need defensive line help. Make a look at defensive tackle. Oh yeah, I threw some money at Gottschall. Robert Nicomdici. I swear he's a free agent like every season. Does he just sign 1-year contracts? Keelan Merriam. He fits our scheme. He's 26, so that's an option. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll throw some money at Mr. Keelan Merriam. 1 year. I'll see him on a 1-year deal. I guess a prove it deal. Yeah, I'll keep the sign bonus where it's at. That's a pretty good deal. Apparently, he likes it. A little too much, so we will drop it. He still likes it. So if we sign him, I'm pretty cool. We still have 22 million in cap. So what are our negotiations? Middle linebacker, defensive tackle, halfback, outside, middle, defensive end, quarterback. So yeah, we can fill in some holes pretty good there. I may try to. I didn't think about this. I could try to dump Xavier Howard since he's got that big salary. Try to get some picks. So what are we looking at pick wise? We've got a 1 and 3 2s and 2 3s and 4 4s, 2 5s, a 6 and 2 7s. I would like to turn a 4 and a 3 into a 2 and then take a couple of 2s and turn it to a 1. I don't know if that's a thing. I'm gonna go try to make a trade with and try to get rid of Xavier Howard, and I shall return once something is done with that. So yeah. Alright, well that was a little bit easier than I expected. Sent Xavier Howard to the Buccaneers. I'm not sure if you can see it clearly through the trade accepted screen there, but right below the triple arrows on the right side of the screen where it says send to Dolphins, you can see team needs. Cornerback was one of the top 3 needs for the Bucs, and so I sent Xavier Howard, one of my second rounds. It was my lowest second round pick and my lowest third round pick to the Bucs for their first round pick, and next year I got a third round pick. Tried to pawn a 2 off of them. They wouldn't pull the trigger. It was right at the edge, so I grabbed a 3 for next year. Came out pretty good there. Got a first round pick. Can't complain with that. So did pretty good there. Cap room went up a pretty good amount as well. So with that, let's go look at cornerbacks. There was that young cat, which I ain't said that in a couple episodes. There was that young cat, Mr. Council, I do believe. Yep, he's 79 overall. So let's throw a little money at him. Let's not overdo it. Let's just see where we're at here. A little over $5 million a year, 95 points total. Let me drop that a couple points. I should still be able to get a 91 points. That should be able to pull him in. I still got 27 million in cap room. And I'm looking to draft a cornerback of the future. But we may have just signed a cornerback of the future. He's already 79 overall at 25 years old. He fits the scheme. Him and Hill make a pretty good tandem there. And if I can still draft a guy and would fit right over Mr. Don Oliver there at the measly 71 overall. But I like the offers we have on the table. And we still have plenty of cap space. We got 2 first-round picks now as well. Let's go into the second week of free agency, see if we can get some people to sign. Hopefully we pick up a few of them, if not all of them. All right, we got our backup quarterback. We got some depth at outside linebacker. We did pick up Council. Good deal. We also picked up Love. Awesome. I'm cool with Jewel declining because I got Okikari, or Rikiki, or however you say it. Okiriki. Hold one moment, because I'm actually kind of curious how this is pronounced. I'm trying to look it up. His name is Bobby, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. What does Pro Football Reference say? It don't say anything. Usually, it has how it's pronounced on there. Wikipedia also does not have how it's pronounced. He apparently plays for the Colts IRL, which I actually did not know that. Pronunciation. He played at Stanford. That doesn't help me with how I pronounce his name. Here's a pronunciation guide. Oh, it's got Oshak Hennessy on here. He's also one of the guys that tells you how to pronounce their name. Alright, this is how it's pronounced. Bobby Okereke. Okereke? That's what this says. I don't trust that. Okereke. Bobby Okereke. It don't sound right. Because it don't matter. Gotchaw rejected us, and we picked up Merriam there for some depth. So we didn't get all of our guys, but you know what? I'm cool with that. Because we got the guys that we needed probably the most. I can always draft some more defensive tackles. Defense is looking a little bit better now, especially with some depth. Jacobs obviously will play on both sides, outside linebacker positions. Merriam will also play at both sides of defensive end, with Benji Walton right there behind him. So I mean, we got decent depth on the defensive line now. We still need a defensive tackle there behind Wilkins. Probably need another decent free safety. Of course, strong safeties can double up, and I will be looking for some safety help in the draft. Need a center as well. I could go sign a guy. Let's see. Kevin Zietler's still there. He's 34. Earl Thomas is available. Spain at 74. Treader at 75. Zietler at 81. DJ Fluker's 33. Will Duran, he's 76 overall. 25 years old. Seattle's throwing a lot of money at him, though. That guy, he plays for the Chiefs. Ooh, they're throwing hella money at him. Oh, his top 3 bids are all over 100 points. And he's not, like, that great, so I don't know why. It doesn't seem I'm going to be able to get anybody that I want. Curious just to see where... Alright, Gurley went to the Jets. Hunt went to the Rams. Buckner to the Vikings. Gilmore to the Jets. The Jets are stacking up. Raekwon to the Jets. Oh boy. That's going to be wild. Cam Newton to the Lions. Interesting, interesting. Of course, we will reevaluate that. Just looking to see. I'm going to scout and think over what I want to do. This will give me an opportunity to look at the draft board once again, because I kind of forgot what it looks like. Forgive me. But let me scout some guys real quick, and then I'll have a little bit better idea of what I want to do with free agency with the time I've got left. All right. Did a little scouting. Kind of cleared up a few things. It still didn't help me decide what I need to do while I'm here. Julio Jones is a free agent. I did not know this. For 1 year, a 79 overall Julio with an X Factor across from Juju. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I will raise it up a little bit, though. I'll give him a little bit better signing bonus there. And another tick on the salary. 85. That raises up a little bit. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Dang, they're throwing money at him. Ooh, AJ Brown's available. Tyler Eifert. I have decent corners available in the draft. Some decent linemen as well available that I've found so far. Gary Jennings. Ow, I just hit the shit out of my damn heel. Marcus Peters. DJ Reed Jr. I could sign a free agent. I mean, a free safety or a strong safety. Kindred. I prefer somebody that fits my scheme, but may have to go with what I got. Ugo Amadi. He played at Oregon. He almost went to Tennessee. I remember when he was being recruited. 28. He's 27. He's not expecting a lot. He would be depth, which we need at the safety position. You know what? Actually, I'll give you a 2-year deal. That's called stability. 89 points, I'm cool with that. Center. Corey Lindsley. Our current center is 72, I think, overall. I think that's what's his name was. I can sign DJ Fluker to a 1-year deal, move him to center. I mean, the very worst, he'll be depth. What kind of deals are you looking for? 7.8 million. Are you mad? I'm thinking more of like 7, but I'll give you 7.3. Hey, 90. I'm tied with the Rams. What about left guard? Fluker is the best available guard / center. I don't feel like it's right to move a tackle to center, so I ain't gonna look at those. I've already signed Merriam there for backup purposes on the defensive line. Plus, we got Benji Watson. So I'm gonna hold steady right there. Maybe we can pull Julio. I'm gonna do some scouting. We'll come back for the last week of free agency, which I technically think this is the last week I can try to sign people, but yeah, I'm gonna do some scouting and then I'll see you for the next week. All right, we are back, and we got all 3 guys that we sent contract offers to. Julio Jones is now part of this team, as well as Mr. DJ Fluker and Ugo Amadi. I know his first name is longer than Ugo, but it's easier to call him Ugo, and I want to say that's what he was, Ugo Chukwa. I think most people just call him Ugo, from what I recall when he was getting recruited out of high school. But yeah, Ugo Amadi, DJ Fluker, and Julio Jones now part of the Miami Dolphins. reigning Super Bowl champions, mind you. So yeah, I got 2 X Factor wide receivers that the boy Howie Madden can throw to, plus DJ Chark and Armin Norman there behind them, plus a couple of good, strong young cats and Andrews and Connor, with Gary Brackens and Bryce Love to hand it off to. I don't think this offense could get much better except for offensive line. Left guard and center a little weak, but Mr. Fluker is going to move over to center, which I will do real quickly. I will actually probably end up changing his position following the draft, but I will go ahead and move him in the depth chart so I can see it visually. Mr. Fluker, come on down. And 77 is a drop-off compared to the 80-something overall that Brandon Brooks was, but I think he actually retired. So there was even an option to try to re-sign him. I could be wrong, but I think he retired. Alright. Let's see what it looks like now. That's a little better. Green across the board at every position but fullback. Defense. Green across the board is there as well. So I'm going to do my final week of scouting, and then I will set up my draft board prior to the draft, and then I'll do the draft. Instead of doing the draft board on the draft episode, I'll do the draft board prep this episode, and then just do like well, I'll call it a quick recap. We know it's going to take me 10 minutes to cap it on the next episode, but you'll see how it works out. So I'll be right back after I scout these guys. Alright, so I did my last bit of scouting. I do have 5 points left because I can't find anybody that has just a 5-point scout thing available. But if I was to come across one, I will throw it at them just so I don't have any more scout points left. But the draft board is looking pretty stacked, if I do say so myself. A lot of guys here that I would love to have. I don't know where to start, honestly. I feel like cornerback is where I really want to go, but I don't think we have to go there as badly now as we did prior to the draft, or now that we've just finished free agency and we signed that one dude. But there is an option here. We have Kent Lockley. He is a guy, plays corner, first round talent. He's a mid first rounder in talent, though he's projected to go late first round. We do have 2 first round picks, so I'm going to have to try to figure out where I want to go with that. My defensive tackle, I don't have much depth there, and Christian Wilkins is only like a 78 overall. So I'm also looking at Mr. Jacoby LaCase, Javier McCarthy. Those are some options. Mike McKay as well. But I don't have to force myself into that position. And the reason being, we have a guy, Mr. Derek Roosevelt, as well as Leslie Jackson. But Derek Roosevelt, 4th round, first round talent. Late first rounder in talent, early 4th round projection. And we've got freaking 2 1s, 2 2s, a 3, and 4 4s. He should be there for one of those picks. So I don't have to force myself into taking any of these top 3 guys, though it wouldn't hurt to maybe grab 2 of them if, we feel it necessary. Even if I do miss on Derek Roosevelt, there still is Leslie Jackson. And plus, Christian Wilkins is 78, so it's not the worst thing in the world. It would be depth. Obviously, offensive line, center, namely, is something that we should look at. The only thing first round worthy is Mr. Blake Eubanks. So I will likely look at him. I don't think there was, he was the only one. We have a 2nd rounder down in the 4th round, third rounder in the 4th round, if I can talk. He's an early first rounder, so we will likely look at him. I don't know if he'd be the top guy we look at. Something else I want to make note of, left tackle position is pretty strong. Mr. Trevor Flanagan has got the nod as the top left tackle, it seems. Early first rounder. But we got a couple of 2s in the 2, a 3rd in the 3rd, and a first round left tackle in the 5th round. I'm going to try to grab him with a 4th round pick. He's an early first rounder. Like, holy crap. You know, I'm going to take him if he's there. We don't need any left tackles, right tackles, but how do you pass up on that? You know what I mean? You don't. Smart people do not. Left guard, looking very bleh, but there is a 5th round talent in the 7th round and one in the 6th round. So that is an option. Right guard, Mr. Leon McMullen's early first rounder. He pretty much killed it at the combine. But we also have a first rounder in Aaron Paulson in the 5th round and a 4th rounder in the 5th round. Offensive lineman, holy crap, they are killing it. There's a lot of options late in the draft on the offensive line, so I don't feel the need to have to force myself into taking one in the first round. So that kind of puts me in like a weird position. I don't know what to do or not do. But I'm thinking maybe go Terrell Slade because we do have Ellis Hampton on a franchise tag. He's an early first rounder. He could be the guy that replaces Ellis should Ellis want to leave. If we keep Ellis, I don't know what we do. You know what I mean? Do we put Jelani Flowers back at defensive tackle and then just put Slade opposite to Jelani Flowers, and that kind of solves our defensive tackle issue? Do we bump one of them to outside linebacker? But we don't really need to do that either. I wouldn't mind having a solid wide receiver, a deep threat, a good number 2 guy. Both of these guys are first round talents, and they're both deep threat guys. Though it looks like Jamal Burse is the better option. Duke Ryan's middle linebacker. I mean, we don't need him because we got Denton Thurman and Miles Jack, but Miles Jack is coming up on a contract year, so we can keep that in mind. Ashley Sparks. Now, strong safety has been something I've been wanting to grab for a couple drafts now, and I've kind of lingered off of that here recently because what's his name? Antonio Wright, 79 overall. I'm working with him there on that one. Leon McMullen, Javier. See, I'm not sure where I should go in the first round with 2 picks because there's a lot of talent on the back that I feel like I could go after. So I'm feeling like Kent Lockley could be somebody I go with in my 2nd pick if he's there. Because you got to remember, we got the first round pick and we got the 9th overall and the 32nd overall. I might try to move up. I don't know, but I think I'm gonna stay steady with where I'm at because I got a lot of those mid-round and late-round picks to use on a lot of these talent guys in the back end of the draft. Kendarius Daly, he's a late first rounder. See, I don't know what I should do. Minka, he's getting up there in age, I want to say. So I mean, free safety is an option. I don't remember what free agent. See, right, another one. Free safety, 5th round. He's a first round talent. I mean, and then we got a 2nd round talent in the 3rd round. So I don't know what I should go after. So I'm gonna throw Terrell Slade. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about Devon Sheldon. Throw Devon Sheldon on there. I'll throw both of these wide receivers. Pretty much I'm gonna throw all these guys on here and then try to figure it out here in a second. He was already on there. I don't feel like I need to go after left tackle or right tackle in the first round because we do have some tackle options there in the mid rounds. I did find this guy. He's a first round talent, early first rounder. He's a power back, which does not fit our scheme. And we just signed Bryce Love, and Gary Braggin's about to take over. But interesting thought nonetheless. Braden Priester, he's there. 2nd round, he's a first round talent. Mid first rounder. Leslie Telfer, another 2nd round guy with first round talent. He's late first rounder. See, I don't know what to do or where to go here. There's a lot of really good options. I mean, it could be one of those things where I trade back. I know I traded Xavier Howard to get the 9th overall pick, but hell, I might need to just trade that, trade it back, trade out of it, and see what, kind of value I can get. because I feel like there's a lot of value to have. It's weird to think that, you know, I'm always trying to get multiple picks in the first round, but I feel like if I didn't have any first round picks, I wouldn't be missing out. But let me sort the guys we got. I think I'm gonna keep Eubanks at number 1 there. I'm gonna move Kent Lockley. I'm gonna move all my cornerbacks up to our second dibs. He's a second round talent, so he don't necessarily have to be up there. Any other? I feel like there was another first round corner. Was there not? Let me double check. Oh yeah, there's 3 first round guys, but 2 of them are second round guys. Okay, so we'll keep it like it is. I'm cool with that because we do have the 32nd pick. So one of those second round guys might be the ones we have to go after. Kent Lockley is a mid first rounder. Braden Priester is a mid first rounder, and Leslie Telfer is a late first rounder. So I'm gonna keep them ranked how they are in terms of order that I would take them. For some reason, Blake Eubanks got bumped to second. What is he? He's early first rounder, so he might be the guy that we go after with our first pick of the draft. But Terrell Slade, I'm not against taking him either, so I'm gonna bump him up. Do any of the strong safeties fit my scheme? They do not. I'm gonna say strong safety would be our next position we look at. And then I would say defensive tackle over wide receiver. I'm not gonna. Depends on what he is. What is he? He's mid first rounder. I'm not gonna bump him up to where Terrell Slade is just because he's a mid first rounder, not an early first rounder. Because I feel like cornerback is gonna be what we take with that second pick, that 32nd overall pick of the draft. I'm just kind of ordering these to have an idea of what I need to go with, because with the 9th pick, I don't know what's going to be available and what's not going to be available. Ashley Sparks needs to go above Sheldon, and he's a late first rounder, and Devon's a mid. Okay, so it would go Sparks, Sheldon, Daly. We're good. We're good. I don't think Terrell Slade even makes it back to us, because he is considered the number 1 overall guy. Devon Sheldon's considered the number 2 overall guy. Where is Eubanks in the grand scheme of things? He's not even the number 1 overall safety according to this draft board. Eubanks is down here. We should get Eubanks then, because he's early first rounder, but he's projected to go late. So we should be able to get him with our first pick. I'm not going to run the risk of him not falling to us with a 32nd overall pick, because I'm going to try to get corner with that particular pick. But this is kind of where I'm standing with the first round. Now the second round, I have a 10th and a 17th overall. So be curious to see what falls to me there. Let's go back to what is available. We'll kind of sort out our second round guys. I mean, if Garcia's there in the second round, I'll think about it, but I probably won't do anything about it. What is he? He's a late second rounder. I'll throw him on the board as well. There's another defensive tackle. Another one. Corner. He's a third rounder. Second rounder. Second rounder. Second rounder. Second rounder. I know these are third round guys, but they have second round talent in the third round. So I'll keep them there. Keep them in mind. I'm not going to sort anything past those guys. I'm just going to add all the guys to the board that I've got scouted. Alright, here we go. I'm going to still be looking at corners. I think that's a fair assessment. But he's a third round talent. In hindsight, I will not worry about trying to sort out what I'm going to look for in the second round, because I'm not going to really know what I'm going to be looking for until I get through the first round. So this is where we're going to be with our first round guy, our first round strategy. Blake Eubanks is probably going to be who we get. If Terrell Slade is there, I mean, I will I might grab him, and then because I mean we got some good offensive line options there late in the draft. But if Eubanks is there, I feel like I got to take him because early first rounder. We need a center. We got DJ Fluker playing there right now, out of position, so to speak. I think he's 77 overall, but we needed a guy for the long term. So Eubanks may be that option. And I mean, worst case scenario, we move Fluker to left guard or Eubanks to left guard, whichever, because I think our left guard is only like a 74, 75 overall. So I mean, I feel like we come out pretty good either way there. But if Terrell Slade is there, I mean, I will probably take him just because he is probably the top overall guy or close to it. Cornerback is going to be what we take with our second pick in the first round. Any of those guys would be good options. I'm curious, was there any other corners that were like good gets late in the draft? There's a third round guy. I didn't scout anything past those up here. So those are the only first round talents that I'm aware of. So I would like to come away with one of them. Just a matter of which one, and I may not get any of them, and that kind of scares me because corners seem to go pretty quickly. Of course, it all kind of relies on whatever all the other teams need. Back to my draft board. So assuming we get Eubanks or Terrell Slade, one of those two, if we don't get either, if both of those guys were to go and we're stuck there with our 9th overall pick not being able to pick up Eubanks or Slade. If Slade and Eubanks are off the board, 9th overall, I'm taking Kent Lockley. He should be there if those top two guys go. If Lockley's not there, then we're taking Priester. I mean, one of those guys have to be there. I just find it almost impossible for them to not make it. But Eubanks should be available with the 9th pick because I think he was really low. He's like the late first rounder projection. Yeah, up there at the top it says late first round projection. So Eubanks should be there. So with the second pick, I'm going to hope to grab one of these cornerbacks. And it'll likely be Leslie Telfer, but if Braden Priester's there, then I'm taking him. If Kent Lockley was somehow to make it back to me at 32, I'm taking Kent Lockley. And this is the order. It's going Lockley, Priester, Telfer. If I don't get any of those cornerback options, then it gets a little tricky. Do I take a defensive tackle? Do I take a safety that doesn't fit my scheme? Do I take a defensive tackle that does fit my scheme? Do I take a deep threat wide receiver? Because, I mean, we only have Julio for 1 year. How much better is Armin Norman going to get? I think he's like a 75, and he's already had, 3 seasons, I think, in the league, 2 seasons in the league. He might make it into the 80s, but I don't know how much further up he can go. I would probably consider taking Marquise Ransom. He's a mid-first rounder. What about Jamal Burse? He's early first rounder. So it'd be Jamal Burse over Marquise Ransom, even though Ransom had the better combine. Past that, hard to say. It would just be best available probably on my board. Leon McMullen, I'll probably bump him up below corner. And the only way I would take McMullen is if I didn't somehow end up with Eubanks at 9th overall. But past that, it's hard to really say for sure. And the question becomes, do I take somebody like Tyrus Holloway in the second round? He is an early second rounder. Do I take him if I miss out on any of these corners? Do I take him with a 32nd overall? I don't think so, but who knows? That's kind of where we're at. I'm not going to ramble any longer. I'm going to go ahead and switch it over to the draft, and then I will stop recording this episode and just immediately start recording the draft to kind of keep all my thoughts together. But here we are. We'll take a quick gander at the free agency recap in case you want to see it. Wow, there's still some guys available. Errol Thomas is still available. Anthony Barr, Tyler Eifert. There's some decent guys still available that will probably be signed as free agents. Pretty cool. I'm not against signing Earl Thomas as a free agent if we have to, but I mean, I already got Ugo Amadi, so it's not a big deal. League signings, once again, Todd Gurley went to the Jets, Hunt to the Rams, Fletcher Cox to the Lions, Buckner to the Vikings, Gilmore to the Jets, a Madden guy, Tyrone Sanders to the Chiefs, Raekwon McMillan to the Jets. Jets put a lot of money into the free agency, so they got Gurley, Gilmore, McMillan. They also got somebody else that I saw earlier. Jelani Tavai. Who else? This seems to be the most notable ones. But yeah, the Jets put a lot of money in it, so they're going to try to compete with us. Remember, they did win the East, but we won the Super Bowl. So suck it. But Lindsey Duvall, also a Madden guy, he went to the Texans. Kevin Zeitler finally went to the Raiders. Titans took Desmond Trufant. Cam Newton again to the Lions. Frank Clark to the Falcons. Henry to the Chiefs. I'm not going to just keep calling roll here, so I'm just going to scroll through it. If you see anything worth of interest, rather, you can observe it with your own eyes. We're going to start seeing more and more Madden generated guys become big free agent options as we move forward, because such is the game. But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode pretty much. There's nothing else to cover. I feel like I've done everything that I need to do prior to the draft. So as always, I don't know how to end an episode, but I'm going to end it with, we are the reigning Super Bowl champions, and we're going to the draft to stay reigning Super Bowl champions. So I'm signing off for like 45 seconds until I start recording the next episode. But you won't see the next episode until Thursday, I think. When this is Tuesday, the next episode's Thursday, I think. Don't hold me to it.